Picture this, you're heading to the gym after a long day at work, only to run into the one thing that destroys your will to live. I mean, just look at that monstrosity. But what if I told you that you could actually get lean and ripped without ever stepping foot on a treadmill? Or even an elliptical? Or how about even an exercise bike? What if I told you that you'd be able to get a six-pack all by just walking? You heard me. A consistent routine of daily walks will actually get you to your goal faster than running on a treadmill ever will. So how does this work? And more importantly, how does this make any sense? Well, today we're going to be talking about TITI. No, not that TITI, unfortunately, but I will leave a few links in the description below in case you're interested in that kind. I'm kidding. On a more serious note here, we're going to be talking about TDEE, or like I described in my past video, total daily energy expenditure. I'll link that video in the description below because a lot of what we're talking about today builds off of what we talked about in that last video. But what TDEE actually means is how much energy and how many calories are you actually burning every day or using. And this doesn't have to mean exercise. You burn calories every day doing tasks you might not really even notice. Things like your morning walk, that's burning calories. You getting up off your chair to play with your dog, that's burning calories too. You getting up to shut the door and going to your desk so you can actually, let's skip that one, but it does burn calories. Basically what I'm trying to say is the more activities you do on a daily basis, the more calories you can burn. But how is this better than running on a treadmill? Well, the important thing here to consider is consistency and what your daily caloric intake is. If you find it easier to go on a walk 6 times a week for an hour, as opposed to running on a treadmill 3 times a week, then that's probably the better way to go about your cardio routine, because obviously you'll be more consistent with that. Especially if your diet and macros are set up to account for the type of cardio you're doing and the length you're doing it for. On the other hand, if you're sitting at home all day, eating pizza, watching the new season of Selling Sunset, you're probably not burning enough calories on a daily basis to be in a deficit, even if you are going on your walks. And if you don't enjoy running on a treadmill, chances are you're probably not going to be consistent with it. That's why walking might actually be the better option, especially if you do it daily. Now, what if your diet already puts you in a calorie deficit? Well, that's icing on the cake. At this point, you can choose to manipulate the form of cardio and the length to suit your needs, because end of the day, you're already in a deficit and already burning fat. You could even choose to increase your caloric intake to account for the extra calories you're actually burning on your walks. I mean, like, who wouldn't want an extra slice of pizza for dinner, right? End of the day, scheduling in things like walks and activities that get you on your feet will always help you stay in a deficit and help you get to your fat loss goals. Now, if you choose to add resistance training on top of that, well, now you're really cooking. But let's hold off for a future video. If you wanted to learn more about how to complement your diet with the weight training aspect or cardio, feel free to give me a shout. I'd love to talk to you about how we can maximize your results in the shortest time possible. Thanks again for watching. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a quick cardio session I have to go hit. Take care, guys.